Good afternoon, football lovers. We have a new concept that we're gonna start. It's called Ndamba for Mop. Ndamba for Mop. Welcome to Ndamba for Mop. This is a new concept we're starting. Let me go ahead and share. For those coming on, please go ahead and share. This is a new concept we're starting. Let me go ahead and share. For those coming on, please go ahead and share. Yes, for those joining in, this is a new concept. So you just sit in your living room. It's called a watch along party with True Lion, and you're watching the game, and we can have conversations. Next show, I'm gonna have you guys, those who want to participate, call in so that they can actually uh, either analyze with me or give their opinions on the games going on. So today is Chelsea versus Liverpool. Hope you guys are watching. Any Chelsea fan, any Liverpool fans, please comment. There's a watch along party with True Lion. I'm watching the game right now, and we're gonna talk about many different things. My whole idea is to spread the football culture the way I know it, the way I say it, and then we can all share. Liverpool is going on a 4-3-3 today. Reminds me of last season. That's where they are more comfortable with Isak starting on top. He's not 100% yet, but let's see how Isak actually does in this game with intensity. And the game is actually taking place in the at Stamford Bridge. Liverpool, their goalkeeper is out. He's injured. He's gonna be out for a long time. So let's see how the backup keeper actually does today. Chelsea has also so many injuries, and we're gonna see how they play. It's at home. So I mean, if you're just logging in, this is the watch along party. You can comment. Let's go back and forth. Just tell me where you're watching from, so that we can have this interactive. And nothing new. It's just as if we're watching a game together, and having conversations and talking about different football cultures. So this is what we're gonna do most of the time moving forward. And then as time goes on, hopefully I can have fans. Either like today, I can have maybe a Liverpool fan, a Chelsea fan, and we all talk together. So yep, let's watch this game. Pedro is actually playing as a lone striker for Chelsea, and it's quite interesting to see because Pedro normally is not a nine shed in my opinion. He plays better like coming out from the wings. However, Delap is injured, so he has been the one playing in that position. He scored 2 goals so far, and Liverpool is on the attack. Let's see what Liverpool will do. Great interception by the Chelsea. Oh, that guy is 19 years old. He's having a start because Chelsea has so many injuries at the center back position. So interesting. We've seen some young talent actually playing in these games. That's good for the young ones. Gravenberg gets a start. He's on the ball right now. It's Liverpool pressing. Liverpool actually knows that they don't want to lose yet another after coming out that disappointing loss away from Crystal Palace. Meanwhile, Chelsea is on a 2-game losing streak and they don't want to lose 3 in a row. If they lose 3 in a row, yeah, the gap is gonna be really huge. Right now, the gap between Chelsea and Liverpool is 9 points, and what Chelsea is trying to do is cut it to 6 points, and what Liverpool is trying to do is extend it to 12 points, which means mathematically Chelsea will not be in the in the race for the title as I predicted this year. They far off, they far off. They don't have that experience yet. Although a lot of people were talking about Chelsea when they won that FIFA World Cup. It's a FIFA World Cup. It's a new tournament, so in my opinion, there are not many, competitive teams or deserving teams in in that competition. So it's not a competition that are ranked very very high. Of which actually Chelsea did well. They beat Paris Saint Germain in that finals, and everybody was talking about them. And to my greatest surprise, they actually kicked out Nicolas Jackson, because this is one of the games where Nicolas Jackson could have come, helped Pedro. Pedro could play on the wings. Nicolas Jackson actually plays, down the middle, and we see how Nicolas Jackson affects many of these games. Unfortunately, he's now playing for Bayern Munich. So Liverpool is actually dominating the game thus far. It's just 5 minutes into the game. Hope you guys are having a wonderful Saturday. And again, anybody that feels like they want to participate, send me a text, comment. I'll send you a link so that we can get on this platform and talk football together. Caicedo breaks play right there, Enzo on the ball, Cucurella back to the defense. Liverpool is doing that high press, but the press so far, it's not effective this time around because it's just one player running around. Chelsea is able to get out from that press. Yeah. Ndi, Mr. Ndi, I hope you're doing great, man. I saw you do a watch along earlier today. Yeah. So, I mean, next time when you're doing it, hopefully we can get on it and, also share. Yeah, this guy, he plays in the channel. I saw Arsenal do something similar today and they gained a penalty. Timber was able to get in there. The pass was much more better. The pass by Zubimendi, great pass by Zubimendi, and Arsenal won a penalty which Saka actually converted. You see these wing backs drifting into the field like an attacker. The Paris Saint-Germain left back also does that very, very well. Mendes does that very, very well. We've seen him score some important games in Champions League. So football is actually very fluid nowadays. Mo Salah attacking. Mo Salah, although he scored 2 goals so far, 1 penalty, I think his season he's not started as much would have expected, as many would have expected. However, Mo Salah is getting on the older side of things. And if you watch Liverpool, that's why Liverpool bought so many attacking players, because they know Mo Salah doesn't have maybe another year at a very, very high, level. But I don't think Mo Salah, will be the same Mo Salah that we know. I mean, he's been doing that for so long. So it's not easy. It's tough to play at a very, very high level. So it's 7 minutes into the game so far. High energy, especially from Liverpool, trying to put pressure on Chelsea. We've seen Chelsea able to suck in that pressure and maybe try to hit Liverpool on counter attack. But it's gonna be a long one. And as far as set pieces, corner kicks now this year, everybody's trying to do like Arsenal. Have a set piece coach that gets his team through these drills, and they try to score. Arsenal, as usual, is scoring so many goals, from the set piece and all that. Playing from behind also is another thing where teams insist, and it almost paid off. Oh, Cucurella, can he get in? No. The goalkeeper comes in, sweeper keeper by the replacement goalkeeper of Liverpool. Yeah, he was on the alert, and that was a good interception because Cucurella was actually in. Cucurella was in on that ball. So for those who are just coming in, let me tell you, Chelsea is playing in a 4-2-3-1. Lone striker Pedro, Garnacho starts, Fernandez, Neto, both behind the striker in that midfield. So it's a midfield of five. Caicedo, James also plays in the midfield. Cucurella to the left. Badashil starts his first game today, and then the 19-year-old Achempo sounds like a Ghanaian name, and then you get Gusto on the right, Sanchez in pole. Georgie starts for Liverpool. As I told you, Allison is actually injured. They're playing in the 4-2-3-1, identical. Bradley to the right back, Konate, Van Dijk, Kerkes. That's a strong start lineup for Liverpool. Gravenberg, McAllister, we've seen that before. Mo Salah, Soberslai, Gakpo to the left. Gakpo actually last season, and that's why I was trying to make this statement last time, right? Because Gakpo last season in all competitions scored 20 goals. So Liverpool has a lot of strike force, and then they went again into the transfer market. Ekitike, of course, Ekitike, is he injured? Yeah, he's injured. That's why he will not take part in this game. Isak, wow. Verts was also today on the bench. So today they play. I made a mistake earlier. I thought it was a 4-3-3, but it's a 4-2-3-1. So Verts is not actually playing. Soberslai is playing in that position as a creator. And we know Soberslai, one of his he can shoot from afar. So Chelsea will have to watch that as this game goes on. So yeah, and then they are playing Isak on top. So that's how Liverpool and Chelsea line up in this game. So far, no shots on target yet, but we see the high press from Liverpool trying to put Chelsea under pressure. You know, it's gonna be a midfield. There's gonna be a midfield battle. The pressure by Liverpool on Chelsea. You know, Chelsea is able to play. Through those defensive lines so far. Great movement in the midfield, but they are not actually progressing. It's like two passes forward, three backwards. Pedro, nope, hold up, play poor. He's trying to be careful now. Yep, unfortunately. Yeah, Pedro, as I was saying, Pedro playing as a center forward. I challenge a lot of Chelsea fans in the offseason when they were saying that, okay, Jackson should go away. I told them, hey, this is not the FIFA Club World Cup. This is EPL. Very, very competitive. It's more than just 7 games or 6 games in a competition. It's 38 games. You need a lot of strikers. See how many strikers Liverpool has. They have many strikers. So why could Chelsea not do with 3, 4 center forwards? Or there's so many games in a season. But let's see how this goes. So far, Liverpool has not showed me anything that I should be worried about. But players like Isak, if they have one opportunity, they bury it. So this game, let's see how it goes. Good control right there. Great block. Chelsea is not mounting an offense. NATO cross. No, that's too much. So there's gonna be something about this game, like the creativity. When Chelsea doesn't play with Cole Palmer, how will they create opportunities? Because he's elusive. He actually can get into that number 10 position and he can score goals from there. But when they don't have that, even though they are playing at home, even though they have the 12th man, you have to get them excited at some point. You know, this Liverpool team, I think it's a team that is beatable. Although on paper they look, stronger than last season, I don't think, they will be as good as they were last season, because now it's about balances, right? They bought so many players, so many high-profile players, and the pressure will be on them to actually succeed, as we already see. So you must play these players today. Verson is on the bench. Maybe at some point he comes in. Let's see what happens. You know, and Liverpool scores. What a cracker! Oh, I'm sorry. I would say Chelsea scores. That's Caicedo. Goal by Caicedo. What a cracker! This is a guy that I have been criticizing about 2 seasons ago. I mean, when he went for that amount of money, but look at that goal, cracker, just first shot on target. What a goal, Caicedo. Hey, my bad, Caicedo. I take that away. I know Liverpool fans are just going crazy now. Look at that goal. Wow. It's a beauty. What a cracker. What a cracker by Caicedo. Look at nobody going on him. How can you let a guy run? And who's that? Who's that? Who did he? Oh, McAllister. The goalkeeper even had a hand, like a fingertip, on that ball, but he couldn't stop it. You see that? Great shot. Now Liverpool will be on pressure. Let's see how Liverpool responds. This is gonna be a good game. Let's see how Liverpool responds. Let's see how Liverpool responds. Yep, I was just like going back and forth. Text, we're talking about the goal. I mean, the technique. That's good. Now you got, the whole 12 man in the game. Now the pressure is on Liverpool. You know, Pedro, let's see, Pedro, he gets in 1-on-1 against Van Dijk. Nah, that ain't going to happen. Van Dijk is one of the best 1-on-1 defenders. Oh, okay, he succeeds to cross, but nowhere. Van Dijk will not give you options. He doesn't give you options. 1-on-1 is a lockdown defender. He's a lockdown defender. The pressure is now on Liverpool, man. 16 minutes gone. Let me see that. Garnacho. Okay. Let me see. What can he do? Easy clear for Konate. 19. Oh, the 19-year-old. So far, so good. So far, so good. Some of these kids can play, man. Some of these kids can really play. A lot of teams giving them opportunities. A lot of them coming out and show why they're playing for these big teams. Garnacho. Oh, yeah. Oh, can he get there? Yeah, he can get there. Come on now. You with Konate. Let me see what you can do. 1-on-1. Cucurella. And like, there goes again. Oh, look at that pass. Look at that pass. Okay. Almost got there. Neto almost got there. But you see a lot of these left backs, right backs getting into the midfield, playing narrow. A lot of teams using that. It's just the fluidity, they're looking for the spaces where the spaces actually produce themselves and they're moving into those spaces, you know. No, that's a bad cross, Cucurella. That's a bad cross. Some guys asking me why is Szoboszlai shouting at Salah. I don't even know, man. Yeah, that should be an offside. I mean, we got involved in the play. So far, it's almost 19 minutes, and Oh, that shouldn't be called offside though. Although he was there, he wasn't involved in the play. He wasn't involved in the play. I thought he was involved in the play, but wasn't. Oh, good clearance. The defender did not actually know where the ball was going, but actually at the end, it was a good clearance. Release that ball, James. Got to release the ball. Okay, Chelsea is showing some good things. They're able to play, beat that pressure, play out from the back. 19-year-old on the ball, bad pass. Oh man, danger. Good. Okay, they cleared your line. Be careful there. You lose the ball over there, you're gonna get punished. Okay, that's a passing lane created. Come on now, release that ball. You're thinking too much, taking so much time, thinking too much. Yes, that was Badashi. Like Champong is actually doing a good job so far at age just 19. What do you guys think about Mo Salah? I don't think Mo Salah has been good so far uh, at the start of this season. We already is at 7 games into the EPL. Yeah, this is seventh game in the EPL already, and Mo Salah, as I said earlier, although he has scored 2 goals, I don't think Mo Salah is playing at a good level. So the game has slowed down. Chelsea is not looking, although they are doing a press, but they're not looking to press Liverpool like they're letting Liverpool bring the ball like maybe a mid block. It's like a mid block. So you guys tell me, who do you have actually winning this game? What are your predictions? And do you think Liverpool will win the EPL title? Do you think Arsenal will? Do you think Manchester City will? What's your take? What are your predictions? Okay, that's a good one to Neto. Neto is dangerous in such situations. Oh no, the ball goes out. That was just a little bit too hard for Neto. Yeah, yeah. Disappointment. Disappointment. Wait, I was just reading something. Semayo has 6 goals. Oh wow, that's something. Let me check that out. No, earlier on, I was having a conversation, and we were talking about Semayo. Someone said he was underrated. I'm like, what do you mean by he was underrated? So we had that conversation going, and I didn't know he had scored 6 goals in the EPL thus far. Let me see stats EPL. I know Haaland has 8 goals. Semayo, oh wow, 6 goals. Oh yeah, oh yeah. I mean, this season he's doing great. Yeah, he scored 2 goals. Is it 2 goals today or? Yeah, this season he's doing great. But last season he scored 11 goals. Was that 11 goals? The season before he scored 8 goals. And then his first season, where he didn't play full season in the Premier League, he scored 1 goal. So when you say a player is underrated, are you basing that because of just one season? So there are certain things I won't agree to. He's a good player, but don't tell me he's underrated. Thinking that where should he play at? I think from here, if he has a better season than last season, of course, he can go to a team like Tottenham, Newcastle, those teams that are always pushing in for Europe and stuff like that. But I don't think there's that caliber of player where will go to a team like Chelsea, make them better, go to Arsenal, make them better. I don't think so. But I think he's a caliber of player like a Trossard, a Trossard coming out from the bench if you want to go to Arsenal. But in some cases, a player like Semayo, like Trossard, in order to keep their high standards, they need to play week in, week out. So if you go to a team like Arsenal, it means, or Manchester City or Liverpool, it means you are agreeing to come out from the bench, because I don't think he has a talent to take them higher. But of course, he can come from the bench and give some impact. I don't think he's an easy type of player, not at all. Woo! Pedro was asking for that ball. Missed opportunity there. Yeah, I think Chelsea's coach has set them up, you know, tactically, they're strong, So the top 10, let me see. Players: Eden Haaland, 8 goals. Semayo, 6 goals. Anthony, Burnley, 4 goals. Thiago, Brentford, 4 goals. Fernandez, Enzo, he's a Chelsea highest goal scorer with 3 goals. Oh, wow. That's disappointing. Caicedo also has 3 goals. So you see, Chelsea has midfielders scoring more than, guys like Pedro, you know. So for me, that's not good enough. Ekitike, let me see. He's not playing today. I think he's the highest goal scorer of Liverpool. Isak is yet to score, but this is his first start. Is this his first start in the EPL, or is this his second start in the EPL? I know he's played some minutes before in the EPL, but again, Hazard is proving to be the king. Gyökeres did not score today for Arsenal, so he's still at 3 goals. Okay, Chelsea, some pressure across goalkeeper. That's your ball. So, guys, go ahead and comment, share. Let's have this conversation again. As I keep on saying, this watch along is just having conversations about football. So I wouldn't like to be up here just by myself. If you feel like you can contribute, let me know. I will send you a link. I'll send you a link. All you need is a microphone, good internet connection, and we can have that conversation. So I don't think Liverpool has actually done enough. You know, it's hard to break Chelsea at the back, as we can all see. They defend well as a team. We've seen that against better teams like PSG. So Liverpool will need something special here in order to break Chelsea. I haven't seen anything special yet. There's a lack of creativity. They started well, pressure on Chelsea, but Chelsea has responded, especially with that goal. Liverpool must dig deeper in order to have an impact on this Chelsea's defense. They were too open in that midfield. Look at that Caicedo's goal. Just too open. Enzo just run off, just ran over. He had no answer, nowhere close to Caicedo, no help. And the guy had a free shot on target. And when a player of that quality has a free shot on target, guess what? There's only one place where the ball can end, in the back of the net, and that's what happened. The game is now pedestrian. Yeah, people are just moving. The players are just moving around. You know, lack of spaces, lack of space for Liverpool. Chelsea is doing well on the press. Not allowing Liverpool. Gravenberg is running all around the place, but Chelsea has that midfield. Yep, they challenging every play. Every play is being challenged. Sly is on the floor. Yep. Every play is being challenged. That was a tough one. Let me see. Come on now. No, it's just a little knock. Yeah, that was just a little knock. He's on the floor rolling all over the place. That was just a little knock. Let me go ahead and so yeah, we're already 30 minutes into the game. Has Liverpool had any shots on target yet? No, they don't have any shots on. Oh, let me not speak too quick. Let me not speak too quick. It's something that we can actually verify. As I said, zero shots on target. Chelsea, the only shot they had on target is the goal. Yep. So possession. Chelsea is even leading with possession. So Liverpool is yet to register a shot on target. Isak, he's not looking sharp at all. He's not yet looking sharp. So please go ahead and comment. I want to know who is watching. Who is watching? I want to know who is watching. Let me go ahead and pull my. Let me see. Maybe that was from YouTube. Let me go. Come on now. That's not what I'm trying to do. Okay. This is a tough one for Liverpool. Liverpool doesn't look good. Liverpool has actually lost 2 games in a row, one in the EPL, one in the Champions League. Yes, they lost against Galatasaray. And then we all remember that late win by Crystal Palace. So, in all competitions, Liverpool is also trying to avoid 3 losses. Meanwhile, Chelsea is also trying to avoid 3 losses in the EPL. Ooh, in the EPL alone. Bad pass by the right back of Chelsea. The player was wide. Pedro was wide open. He could not make that pass. Look at that run. Look at that run. He should have gone for goal. Tried to pass it. Cucurella was there to stop it. Chelsea on the counter. Garnacho, try to do something. You're 1-on-1. Let me see what you got. Garnacho, come on. Let me see what you got. Okay. Manchester won today. So show something, Garnacho. Act with the ball. Oh, that's a free kick. Yep. That's a free kick. Liverpool is actually struggling. Liverpool is struggling. Yellow card to Bradley, the right back. Liverpool is struggling. You know, Chelsea is able to play on the counter, find the spaces, and that was the foul by the right back. Liverpool is trying to win this game because if they don't win, guess what? Arsenal actually goes on top. Arsenal is right at the moment on top, but Liverpool's game is still going on. So if Liverpool loses this game, then Arsenal will be on top of the league. I picked Arsenal to win the EPL, you know, and one of the reasons I did that is because their bench. When you look at the bench they have, when you look at the players coming off the bench, then you understand that they have depth, you know. And now they also have a center forward, you know. Although he didn't score today, he has 3 goals, but he works very hard. And when he works very hard, he pulls defenders and allow like the attacking uh, midfielders, or maybe as the case we saw today, the wingers come in and help with offensive play. We saw Timber today get into space, pull the foul, penalty for Arsenal, just playing like a center forward. And then Saka came in, Starboy Saka came in and finished, from the spot. Arsenal won, I think, comfortably because in the second half, West Ham had nothing going for them. Nothing. I think West Ham will actually pick up, they have a better coach now. They were the first team to fire that coach, let Parker go. Olympic Marseille won today, 3-0. They beat Metz. I have a lot of Olympic Marseille fans in some of the groups that I actually do follow. I have a Chelsea fan. He says he's only gonna come onto the show when Chelsea is winning, and now Chelsea is winning. I asked him, "Why don't you come on the show?" The tension. He doesn't have confidence in his team. There's still great run. Oh no, the final pass, and that's the young Achempong, the young 19-year-old center back for Chelsea. I think some of these players they do have, and he recuperated that ball very, very well from Isak. Just picked Isak off, and then ran the whole length of the pitch. The final pass wasn't there, but that was a great move. Isak, let's see what that money, the money they gave you. Very soon, fans gonna be asking what's he doing. But football is kind of funny. And that's one of the reasons, right? When I saw Chelsea, I mean Liverpool signing all these strikers, I'm like, man, Ekitike is already doing well. Why go for Isak? Why go for Isak? Maybe because Champions League, maybe because there are so many games, But I just think when both of them are available, it's gonna be difficult. Are you gonna bench an Ekitike that started the season very, very well and that was scoring goals? Not always scoring goals. His link up play, I think his link up play has been very, very good. A lot similar to Isak's. You know, of course, Isak is a more proven player, but the circumstances surrounding his transfer, he didn't have a preseason or he didn't have a quiet, you know. So it's gonna be difficult. And football, everything happens so fast, right? You want to win now. Okay. No one cares that you have not played 5 games, you are not available. No one cares. In the atmosphere of football today, no one really cares. All they want to see is you score goals. And then very soon, everybody's going to forget that you didn't play 5 games. They say 7 games, 0 goals. The pressure keeps mounting. That's football nowadays. That's football nowadays. So it's kind of funny. What you guys think about the ref cam? Do you guys like it? Do you guys enjoy it? The ref cam, the view of the ref cam. It's weird for me. That view of the red cam. I really don't have an opinion about it. Oh, great play by Chelsea. Let's see. Oh, wrong side of the pole. Garnacho. You should do better. You should at least hit the target from there, You side footed the goalkeeper, but yeah. It was a difficult one. It was a difficult one to go in between Konate and he almost got it. Just a little bit. He scraped the inside of the pole. That was a great move by Garnacho. He almost got it. Oh yeah, here it goes again. Penalty, penalty. That's a penalty. Straight up, that should be a penalty. That should be a penalty. I have not even seen VAR, but that's a penalty. What do you guys think? For me, that's a penalty. That's a penalty. Sobersly is guilty. VAR, it will go to VAR. I bet you this will be given. I bet you this is a penalty. Just watch. Just watch here. Okay, right here. Right here. Oh no, 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 no. My bad, my bad. I'm sorry. Ganacho, you should stop doing that, man. They pulled you right from outside, but that's not a penalty. Come on now. I thought the guy actually tackled Ganacho. The ref saw it very, very well. It's not a penalty. It's not a penalty. But maybe outside there was a slight pull and all that. Come on, Ganacho. Why should you go to ground? You had an opportunity. Just keep. I mean, are they calling the ref? Oh my goodness. That's gonna be. Oh no, he's going to give someone a yellow card. Yeah. Because I'm like, they calling the ref to the VAR is just going to give someone a yellow card. Yeah. Because for me, that's not a penalty. It's not. If VAR actually interferes in such a call, then man, I'm gonna be livid. Yeah, Mariska, you just be quiet, man. Your team is winning. That's okay. Why arguing with the union, the Liverpool assistant? That's okay. Your team is winning. Don't get sent off. That's a foul. So it's almost half time, 5 minutes to go. I mean, to until maybe stoppage time. Liverpool's yet to have a shot on target. Look at that. Look at that counter attack. So far, I think Chelsea has played well. The first 10 minutes, Liverpool actually put some pressure on them, but they were able to fend away, you know, the pressure, scored that goal, and now it's Liverpool struggling to find, an equalizer. So let's see what Liverpool got. That midfield, the way Chelsea defense, they're falling out deep. Just one player on top, and that's Pedro. So the midfield is, let me see, Gravenberg, he loses the ball yet again under pressure. Great move, great move. Okay, he changed his slang. Let me see. Come on, Ganacho, you can do better. Pass the ball, just pass it. Pass the ball. Make it simple, man. Yep. Just recycle the ball, recycle the ball. Great movement on the ball by Chelsea. They're frustrating Liverpool right now. They're frustrating Liverpool. Liverpool cannot get anywhere close to the ball. Oh no, come on now. Pedro, man, his older play, yet again. Look at that. That's the goal. Oh no, Isak. Isak should bury that. Great cross by Pedro is actually, letting Chelsea down. His hold up play is not good enough. Look at that. You should have passed the ball down Cucurella. Cucurella was open. He instead went back into the midfield looking for Caicedo, and the ball was intercepted. And the next 30 seconds, you realize it's Isak trying to score. His header is high. Great cross by Mo Salah. But again, sometimes, decision making, this game actually goes so fast. You lose the ball in such situations, the opponent is on your, in your 18-meter box trying to score. Happens so fast. The pace, and I think that's the type of pace that Florian Wirtz is struggling with. The EPL is just faster than the Bundesliga. You don't have enough time to think, so creativity. So you have to be thinking, like real fast. He will adjust. He will adjust. Fortunately for them, Liverpool has not been losing or they are not struggling. They are top of the table. I mean, they are second, given the current score, So most of the time, a player like that can be struggling, but this team is actually bailing him out. So the pressure is not really there. He has time to actually uh, get up to a good level and then impact the game the way he's supposed to. Bradley should be very careful. He had a yellow card already. He should be very careful. In such games, the ref is actually taking note. Second half, when things are tighter, hey, you will be put in situations, you know, you will be tested. So, what do you guys actually think of the game so far? Tactically, I think it's a tough game, especially for Liverpool that's down a goal right now. Chelsea is disciplined at the back. So far, the youngster Champong, he's doing good. Seen him defend Isak, no complex at all. Yep, no complex at all. Let me see. Yeah, yeah. Liverpool was very, very open in the midfield. I think it took two, three passes to open up their midfield. Then Caicedo, look at, he has all the time. Who is trying to defend? The closest person is just like 5 yards away, and that's Konate. You know, come on, that was bad. Moise Caicedo, midfielder, 3 goals in the last 6 Premier League appearances. You know, one of the best. I mean, he's going also against Gravenberg. We know Gravenberg has been also very good for Liverpool. So two of the best midfielders in the EPL going against each other. So far, is Caicedo leading with that wonderful goal, and they're dominating that midfield. They are not leaving spaces for a team like Liverpool to attack them out because we know that Liverpool is going to attack, Liverpool is going to attack. Now, Chelsea is playing on a mid block, which is good because if you play too deep into your own side, it could actually impact the game, and it's halftime. Chelsea leading by a score of 1 goal to 0 against Liverpool, So far, so good. Looks like Chelsea is going to avoid that 3 goal skid, But again, it's still early. It's still early. We still have another 45 minutes to go plus extra time. So this game is still young. So we have 15 minutes of halftime. And as I've been saying, right, this show, as I actually know, this is my first one. And I think I'll like it. You guys will enjoy it because at certain points I will try new things on how to improve the way we actually watch these games. Since everyone is actually watching at their home, then we can uh, have these conversations, talk about football culture, talk about different things, like the Cameroon lineup so far. What do you guys think about it? Etai Young on fire in La Liga. He scored 5 goals in 7 games. He started the season with actually Villarreal. So Villarreal is actually his parent club. Then he moved to Levante. He was not going to get enough playing time. But so far, I've seen his market value increase from, I think, below 5,000, 5 million to now around 20 million. And if he continues in this way, you know, it's going to be great. And I was talking to a friend of mine yesterday, right? And he said, "Oh, Chukone Itayong, Chukone Itayong." I'm like, the name says something, right? The name resonates. Then I said, "No, no, no, no." Then he said, "Mais c'est le fils de Itayong. On jouait le tennis ensemble." His dad actually trained me. His dad in Douala, his dad trained me tennis when I was learning tennis as a kid and all that. At the Douala Tennis Club in Bonanjo. So his dad was one of the tennis trainers. And then he said, "Oh, c'est le fils de Taillon." I'm like, "Oh, wow, 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 wow." You know. Then I had a conversation with the dad, and he said, "Yeah, yeah, the guy is actually, making him proud, as all parents should be, right? Kids are doing great things, so we actually can win. We actually wish him, luck. Especially he's got his first call up for the Lions. He played for the under 20 before, but now he has his first call up for the Lions. And these are the type of storylines that we shall be having in this segment. We'll put our own spin on things, right? It's going to be our own spin. We're going to watch football. Unfortunately for these two teams, we don't have of course, we have Franco Cameroon, Kitike, who turned down the opportunity to play for Cameroon. However, we shall have the opportunity to put our own spin on such games when we actually comment on or analyze such games, right? Make references, especially during halftime. We can talk about whatever, it's our show. Okay, Ndamba from up, it's our show. So we can tailor it into any direction that we do want to tailor it. So this is ours. This is our show. Kofane also a kid that plays for in Germany. He plays in Germany and he plays for Bayer Leverkusen. He also scored. Really scored today. Yeah, he scored today. He scored his first goal in the Champions League. So he actually plays in the Champions League. And the way these kids actually play, especially a guy like Carl Etai Young, he started as a midfielder. So when he went to Spain, his coach had him playing like a center forward. So he has the ability of a midfielder. He can play as a false nine, he can play as a center forward, and he can play as an attacking midfielder. You know, so we see that dynamism. He's versatile enough. He can play in all these positions. And when you look at Cameroon, one of the things that Cameroon lacks is a good press or someone that can link up play. If he plays with a guy like Buemo, when he falls into the midfield, a guy like Buemo can actually get into that center forward position, so tactically. So they can all connect. I did a small post last week where I said Magri, Namaso, and Carl Eta Eyong should be starting. Any of those guys should be starting ahead of Abubakar. When you play with Abubakar doesn't have the legs. So it's actually difficult for Abubakar to press. It's actually difficult for Abubakar to link or play. However, Abubakar is a great finisher. Inside the box, he's going to put the ball in the back of the net. But these kids also, especially Khaled Young, he's scoring, right? So he should start for the Lions. But we should be the one able to give him that confidence. And when he starts, it's not always good to put pressure on such young players. You have to give them the time to adjust. If he comes in, a lot of people want him to start. Of course, he starts. People automatically expect him to play as when he plays for his club. No, there's a time frame. Even other players. Look at this guy, Mateta. Mateta just got his first call up for France. Mateta is a player that when the first time I saw him, I did not believe that he could play fine, right? However, look how long it's taken him. How old is Mateta? 25, 26? I'm not sure. But look how long it has taken him to finally get a call up to play for France. He ain't going to start. He's going to sit on the bench. Maybe 2, 3, 5, 10 minutes here and there, you know. But for Cameroon, when these guys come, we expect them to start and we expect them to start scoring as if there's no transition period. We should stop putting such pressure on our young players. We should give them the time. They will make mistakes. Look at Baliba. He came to the national team, started well. Look at the last game. He gave away a ball, right? And Cape Verde beat Cameroon. A lot of people already talking about Baliba not having a very good season. Of course, yeah, it's true, but sometimes we should learn how to protect our own. We should learn how to protect our own because football is not only, oh, I got talent, I can play. No, it's psychological. It's in the head. It's in the head. Especially when I see young kids like Carl Tai Young. Dude is 21 years old, living in Spain without his parents. Now, just of course, when you guys see a lot of different kids, 19, that do that, some of those kids uh, have their parents, they have the support system around them. But a lot of these African kids, the first mistake they make, everybody was gonna crucify them. Let's take the case of Andre Onana. Andre Onana was making front page even when he doesn't play. Just think about what just think about that. What that can do psychologically to players. And these were not only the press, it was Manchester United fan. It's a good thing to have a global brand like Manchester United, where they have so many fans. But it's also a bad thing because a lot of those global fans don't have the same culture when it comes to football. And nowadays, there's this thing as, the new way that we watch football. We criticize everything. Every people look for, headlines in order to drive narratives. So everything is under the microscope. People that are not really into football, they're just watching it on a high level, and now everything is being attacked. So sometimes you have to filter when you see such news. You have to filter it. You have to filter it. How all of a sudden everybody that goes to Manchester United has a problem. It's also because of the fans. The fans are not letting their players settle down. They are not doing that. Oh yeah, he was brought in. He was bought for so amount of money, 70, like Buemo. Of course, he did have an assist today. Manchester United won 2-0. So when your team wins 2-0, it buys time for those players like Cunha. Sesko actually scored today. So he has 2 goals already. Mbuemo, how many goals on Mbuemo? Has it 2 or 1? I'm not sure. But Cunha is here to score. Mount actually scored the first goal today for Manchester United and they were playing Sunderland. So games like this and such occasions, when you win these games, it buys you time. It settles down the fans, you know. So as I was saying, Kofane did not accept the call of Mark Brace. He needs time. I saw a video of his. He was talking about Cameroon, and he was talking about that he needs the time. Of course, it's still like humble beginnings. These players are still trying to put a foot down. They are not making as much money. Look at how much Baliba is making. 12 million. I'm sorry, £12,000 a week. Of course, it's good money, but he's playing with players that are making in the same club that are making about 50,000, 40,000, who are not as talented. But that's the price you have to pay as a foreigner, as a Cameroonian or as an African. That's the price you have to pay. You're coming from Africa, you don't have enough leverage, and yeah, you're the least paid. There are some academic players who've never played, who are playing at a low level for Manchester United, Arsenal, that and more money than Baliba. And that field moved. I don't know how true it was, how much of the news was true because we're hearing so certain figures that were like, okay, for one season, you're gonna pay 120, 130. Well, it was the same thing that happened to Caicedo, right? And Brighton actually knows how to get some of this. The Seagulls, they actually know how to get some of these players. They using a lot of data analytics, to see where they can actually gain an advantage, and they've been doing a very, very good job. However, for these African players, hey, sometimes you need a solid team around you in order to make it count. In order to make it count, because football is not only about talent, it's psychological. Let's make this interactive. I don't want to be talking about myself, man. Let's make this interactive. Please, guys, just comment, share. Let's have these conversations. Let's give another twist when it comes to the way we watch and consume football. You know, as I said, if you feel like you wanna say something, you have an input, let's do it. Let's do it. Just hit me up. I'll send you a link. We can talk football. That's what we do. That's what we do. That's what we enjoy doing, especially it's Friday, right? That's what we enjoy doing. Oh my goodness. I was talking about the way we consume football, right? Okay, look at this post. Look at this post. Someone is attacking Van Dyke about the way he defends. They're trying to make us if he was the cause of that goal. He was nowhere close. But when you see someone takes a picture, edits it in order to drive a narrative, that's what I was talking about. At least the person I can blame for this goal was Enzo, not Van Dijk. Konate was the closest person on that ball. But again, that's a new era. We try to talk football, in such a way where it's cut and paste. People drive certain narratives. So that's the spirit. That's the spirit. So what about the second half? What do you guys think? What are some of the changes? Is Fabian Wills gonna come in order to try to create? Is Chiesa gonna come in? Chiesa, no, I think Chiesa is also injured. If I'm not mistaken, Chiesa is injured, right? Of course, yeah, it's true. But sometimes we should learn how Chiesa gonna come in. Chiesa, no, I think Chiesa is also injured. If I'm not mistaken. Ooh. So how you guys spending your Saturday? I have some errands to go run later on after this. Oh, Real Madrid was playing today. Okay, before the game starts again, let me get myself a charger. I need a charger. A charger. Takes long. Yeah, so we back. I got my charger. Let me see where I need to run this charger. I think before I left, I was talking about Fabian Wells coming in, and I think I just saw him coming for Liverpool, if I'm not mistaken. Let me see who was pulled out. Oh yeah, Bradley. Remember, he had that yellow card pulled out. So I think Soboslai actually went to be a right back right now, right? And Vert has come into that midfield to give lots more creativity. Yep. So let's see what that gets to. Liverpool is looking to be more creative. Yeah, Liverpool is starting that the second half the way they started first half. We see them pushing Chelsea. You got to make that pass. Yeah, so Liverpool is looking to be more creative. They have to be more creative. The coach has made a decision, pulled out a right back, a natural right back, who was on a yellow card, and then you put Soboslai in a position that he has played. We've seen him play this season. You pull him out from the midfield, and now you bring Velt, who's more creative, which means he takes Soboslai's position. So nothing has changed. Now you'll just see a team that's more creative. Velt's actually falling deep in order to receive the ball and be creative in order to try to break Chelsea's defensive lines. Is that who's that? Is that right back? Chelsea's right back in the midfield? Oh wow. Doing the press. That's another level of yeah, that's Gusto. That was Gusto in the midfield. Doing the press. Look at how high Gusto is. He's a right back. He's supposed to be a right back. But I think when he does that, then you see James. That's a handball from Gusto. Where's Gusto playing? Is he even playing? I think he's playing as an attacking midfielder. Wait a minute. The way Gusto lines up is, I think he's playing like as an attacking midfielder. That's interesting. Ganacho, come on now. How can you lose the ball? It's very dangerous. Losing the ball in such positions is actually very dangerous. You have to be aware. You have to be careful. Okay, let me see. Pass. Oh, it's open right here. Look at that's being selfish. Pedro, that's being selfish. That's being selfish. I mean, the pass was open, a whole corridor. He chose to shoot, and it was blocked. That's being selfish, man. Chelsea has had an opportunity to break bad decision, poor decision making by Pedro. I understand he wants to score. This is a big game. He needs his name on the score sheet, but he should have passed that ball, man. Yep, he should have made that pass. Okay, Chelsea is getting some space on the left. Garnacho, let's see what he can do. He hasn't drilled past anybody today. What's happening with Garnacho, man? He hasn't dribbled past anybody. One on one, Mo Salah. Okay, danger. Good defending. Good defending. Well, I think Caicedo did really well. Came as a second defender and just threw Mo Salah off. That's what you need to do because he was on his favorite foot. 3 goals, 3 assists in 9 appearances in all competitions. So I was right here. He scored 2 goals in. Oh wow! Not another one. Not another one. Chelsea, a centre back going down. Oh, that will be huge. Not another one, man. Not another one. It doesn't look good. It doesn't look good. It doesn't look good for Chelsea. What's James complaining about? There have been some tough tackles. The England manager is out in attendance. Oh, Garnacho, let me see what you're gonna do with this. First touch, excellent. Let me see. Oh, come on now. Come on. There was no one in there for a tapping. I think Garnacho did well with that ball, but no one over there to tap in. Be careful, Salah one on one goalkeeper. That's your ball. So far, Chelsea is doing good. Chelsea is doing good. They're having opportunities on the left hand side. They're creating opportunities on the left hand side. It's always tough luck, man. You have a defender coming in playing so well, and then he gets injured. Oh, so James now is playing as one of the center backs. Oh wow, who's that kid? I think he just got in. Chelsea on the counter. Give it to Garnacho. Garnacho, let me see what you can do. You're going against Sobos like it's not a natural, man. Good. Okay. Ooh, good defending. Liverpool made some changes also, brought in Robertson. Liverpool really want to attack. They really want to attack, you know. Oh, that was good defending from Robertson, you know. That was good defending. Because NATO, the header of NATO was going on target, you know. The deflection, good defense by the defender that took it out for a corner kick. So far, what do you guys think about the play of Garnacho, him going to Chelsea? You let Madueke leave, you bring in Garnacho. I know they don't play the same, positions, but hey, you could still play. No, we've seen Madueke actually play on both wings sometime, left and right, over there at Arsenal. We've seen him do that. So, and so far this season, Madueke, of course, he got injured again, but I think Madueke has been the better player. Garnacho, I've not seen his worth yet. Neto, the ref is not going to call that. He's not calling such fouls. Bad pass, square pass from Robertson. Garnacho, let me see what Garnacho can do. Give him the ball again. Caicedo, come on, move the ball. Oh, come on, that's a lazy pass. Garnacho, let me see what you can do. Okay, at least. Okay, he's in space. Give him the ball. Neto, come on, give him. Oh man, these guys are playing with their heads, on the floor. I don't like such players, man. Just raise your head. Look at Garnacho. He's into space. You got to pass him that ball early. There was opportunity there, but some of these players they play with their heads down. When you got your heads down, you're not seeing the greater picture. I like wingers that have vision. They are not one dimensional. You don't know when they're gonna maybe keep the ball or when they're gonna pass the ball. Sometimes those quick passes, you know, stretch the defense. What do you guys think about his 60 minutes Isak's, you know, performance? So far. He's falling deep. He's trying to get involved, in play. Oh yeah, goal. That's a goal. Assist from Isak. It was always going to happen. Liverpool is moving the ball better. That's 1-1. Well deserved. You see that control by Isak, and you see, look at that. You see that control, that control. You see, now you have James. He's not that big. He's not that strong. Playing as a central defender. You know what else can you say? It's just the injuries. The injuries. By Chelsea. Earlier we saw what you know the guy who actually went injured, Badashil. If Badashil was the one on Isaac, he doesn't let Isaac turn him out inside out like that. I mean now because of the injuries and because you don't have enough, you know, depth in that position, you have James playing as a central defender and he's lightweight. You know, you needed somebody with a bigger frame. Isaac wouldn't have turned. It was not intentional, but that's a dangerous ball. That's a dangerous ball. But the assist happened nevertheless. The assist happened nevertheless. Great hustle. Great hustle by Gusto. Great hustle by Gusto. You know. Now the momentum is on Liverpool. The momentum is on Liverpool. Let's see how Chelsea is gonna react. You know. The young 19-year-old, he's done good so far at Champion. He's been good so far. So 1-1. The game is back on. It's competitive. See that? See that? He goes, Isaac bigger? Nah, nah. You have to put a body. He just holds him like he doesn't want to do too much. You know, it's not by chance. Then you also have, Ngakpo coming in. He's also big. So Gusto in that position, he doesn't have a chance. He doesn't have a chance, man. Pass the ball, pass the ball. You gotta swing. Oh, is that Latvia? I think that's Latvia. Okay. Let me see. Ganacho. Oh, ooh. I think that's Lavia that came in. Let me see. That's Lavia that came in. Yeah, that's Lavia. That's Lavia that came in. So one change for Arsenal. Oh yeah, that's danger, danger by Liverpool. Mo Salah, that's a goal. Nah, come on, Mo Salah. That's poor. So Lavia came in for Badiashile. Badiashile actually injured. What a disgrace. He's been playing so good. Florian Wills came in from the right back. Bradley. What happened is that Bradley was on a yellow. So the coach decided to make that change. He wanted to go offense, and he brought in Fabian Florent Witz, and the Robertson came in for Kekes. Kekes was not having a good game. Robertson came in for him. Then Ibrahim Konate was also pulled out for Curtis Jones. So you see Liverpool went three at the back. Whoa, is that another Chelsea player going down? What's happening to Chelsea? At this rate, man, at this rate, what's happening to Chelsea? Is it that FIFA Club World Cup having an effect on these players already? We are not even finished talking about Badashil, the injury to Badashil, and now we're talking about yet another injury. Is this a young defender? Is it the kid at Champong? Let me see. Let me see. It seems to be him. A champion. Man, that's also sad. You start a game with Badeshil and a champion. Now both of them are out on injuries. As my friend would say, chicken condi. Chicken condi. Now small picking foul. They no get condi. They want play ball. Oh my goodness, Chelsea. Let's see what NATO can do with that ball. Pass the ball. That's Gustav. You can kick. Oh, you have to go back to your goalkeeper. It seems as Liverpool has now, oh, very dangerous one. Robertson. Oh, it seems that Liverpool now just has more men in the midfield. Let's see what NATO will do with this. Okay, Ganacho is there. Oh my goodness. Good transition. Let's see what Ganacho will do. Soboslai is on. Okay, good pass. Oh, oh, what happened? What happened there? I think VAR will intervene. VAR will have a look at that. Uh, was there anything major? Players now just go down easily, man. If the ref stops this game, then it's gonna be a call of VAR. If the ref actually stops, maybe VAR will tell him like, "Hey, you have to have a look at this." But I don't see anything happening. VAR is definitely looking. Oh, he's back up. He's back up. Oh, come on now. Decision making by Pedro is terrible. I don't know. A lot of people were happy when Pedro came in and started scoring. Of course, he scored 2, 3 goals. Is it 2, 3 goals already this season? But I don't think playing as an outright center forward is his strength. If you had Nicholas Jackson, hey, oh, danger, danger, danger for Liverpool. They just break that defensive line. Mo Salah, the cross. Ngakpo. Oh, look at the shot. Look at the shot. Oh yeah, good block. Yep. So far, I mean, Chelsea is not doing bad. Keep in mind, they started with Badeshil in the center defense, and then you had a Champong, a 19-year-old. Both of them are out now with injuries. So it's difficult in order to have such consistency when your starters cannot. So who collided? It was nothing much. These players are just trying to make a meal out of everything. You know, knowing that there's VAR. I think Lavia is coming. He's playing, doing some good job, energy in that midfield. Garnacho has to do something. He's been having some good balls, good pass. Ooh, good defending by Liverpool. Good defending by Liverpool. Be careful now. Wirtz and Salah on the ball. Salah calls for the ball. Salah is going to be looking for a cross. Good defending. Good defending. You slow it down. Everybody repositions themselves. Yeah. So game is very, very tactical. I mean, the approach of the game is very, very tactical. Tough game. and it's just like not many opportunities, not many good looks on target because both teams, especially Chelsea, have been defending really good, you know. So be careful now. Be careful. He goes down. Of course, there was a hand, but he pulled. And if such is given a penalty because he's the one who pulled. Look at he pulled. So there was a pull. He's the one who pulls the defender first by the shirt. So if you give such a penalty, it's gonna be sad. It's gonna be sad if you give such a penalty because the striker Isak is the one pulling James. Of course, James catches him, but he pulls James first. That shouldn't be a penalty at all. But hey, football nowadays, you never know. Football, and that was an easy ball to just maybe play to your goalkeeper, and then you avoid such circumstances. But football nowadays, any little thing, goes to VAR, and Isaac is going out of the game. Who's coming in? Tough for him, man. Tough for him. Let's see. Would have come. So that's his only contribution for 130 million. Yeah. The pressure is on, man. The pressure is on. That's his only contribution. No goal for Isaac. Oh no! So my boy Kitike, he's not injured. He had that knock, so he's not injured. He's back in. But of course, I do acknowledge he had a knock. So the reason he did not start today is not because he was not Pedro out. Pedro out. Gui, who is not proven, Ganacho also out. So you see, this is what I've been saying about Chelsea. You have a striker like Jackson that needs support. Of course, instead of doing everything that you have more strikers, more competition. Now look, when you pull out a guy like Pedro, who comes in, Gui comes in. Is he yet mature at the level of a Jackson? You know, the lap injured. So sometimes, these teams, I think they are just some of these fans are just very, very unreasonable. They make a lot of noise about a striker not good enough for their team. Obi Mikel was also on his case. He also tried to retract. He also tried to retract after that, but hey, it is what it is. Yeah, guys, just a minute. I'll be back. So, what do you guys actually think about the game so far? 1-1, 18 minutes ago. Who do you think is going to win this game? Liverpool will go for the win. And we shouldn't forget Liverpool is a team that has scored in the last 4 or 5 games. In the last, they're known for actually scoring at the very, very last minute, Although Crystal Palace did that to them. Gravenberg climbing with the ball. Look at the pass. Okay. Let's see what Chelsea can do with that ball. That should go against Liverpool. Should go against Liverpool. Yep. I should go against Liverpool. Where did I keep my phone? Oh, right there. That could have gone anywhere, but hey, referee calls it. So today we actually had 4 games in the EPL. Leeds was beaten by Tottenham 2-1. Arsenal won against West Ham 2-0. Manchester United won 2-0. Oh, wow, at home. And this game 1-1 thus far. I think tomorrow there are also 4 games tomorrow, if I'm not mistaken. 5 games, matter of fact, tomorrow. Yep. And then they will be here. There are 5 games tomorrow. Ooh, that was almost an on goal. Liverpool was lucky. That could have been an on goal. Kitike. That guy is dangerous. Chelsea should be careful with that guy. He's spotting a new hair look. He just get his hair. Oh, look at that pass. Look at the link up play by Kitike. He's asking for the ball. Let's see what Ngako is gonna do. Ooh. Ooh. Chelsea under pressure. Chelsea under pressure. And it's gonna be like that. If Chelsea doesn't find a way to put Liverpool deep into their own half and make Liverpool defend, then it's gonna be a long 10 minutes. Plus stoppage time is gonna be long. You see now the way they are playing in tight spaces. Look at that. Look at it could be a long day for Chelsea. Look at that. Look at the time on the ball for Chelsea players. Look at how aggressive they are playing. That's Enzo chasing down the ball and making a tackle. Look at how high Liverpool's defensive line is right now. Look at where Van Dijk is playing. They are going for that goal. Okay. Gusto. Let me see. Gusto. Nah, that's a foul. You got the player, man. I don't know how the ref is not going to call that, but he got the player. That's a missed one by the ref. He got the player. Let's look at the replay. Oh, he also got the ball. He got the ball. He actually got the ball. Yeah. So I think the ref actually got that one right. But again, every action is going to be contested. The managers and Slot just received a yellow card for protesting that decision by the ref. It's all about ball protection right now. You shouldn't lose the ball. When you lose the ball in certain positions, be very careful. These teams are very fast in the counterattacks. Look at. Woo! Almost. Oh my goodness. That was a good opportunity by Chelsea. James, great move. Liverpool is actually going. They want that win, man. Liverpool wants that win. Oh, look at that pass. Look at that pass. Let me see if you can do better like Ghana than Ganacho. Oh, yeah. Okay. Oh, look at that. Great save. I think he's doing better than Ganacho. Not even you need a cross in the box. Oh, two great saves by the goalkeeper. Okay, okay. So Liverpool is not missing. They are not actually missing Allison because those are two great saves. Two substitutes coming in. Two substitutes coming in and making the goalkeeper work. Something Ganacho could not do for how many minutes did they play? 80 minutes? Making the goalkeeper work. Make the goalkeeper work. That's what you got to do. So that's great substitutions, coming in. Although these guys are young and inexperienced, but they are putting some work. Let's say pass the ball. Oh my goodness. What's this guy? Look at the pass he puts. That's not a quality pass. Gusto, you should be doing better. Now you put your team in a difficult position. Okay. Nah, he's off. Oh, of course he's off. He's off. You guys need to be disciplined, man. You're not experienced. You need to be disciplined. Let me see. It says Very Vanna should be coming to apply pressure. Konate had a striker to defend. What are you talking about? Let me see. Let me see. I don't think so because the guy who is be careful, be careful. You see, I say though, you have to be careful. So yeah, I was just answering to a comment where Terence Agbo made, concerning that goal that Liverpool actually conceded. But I think it was more of a midfield lapse because if you watch the ball, Chelsea makes about 2, 3 passes in the midfield, and Liverpool's midfield is all open. By the time Caicedo, who is a holding midfielder, the depth, the space between Caicedo and maybe the central defenders of Liverpool is more than 20 yards. So by the time he actually gets on the ball and start making that push forward, how are they going to close it within 3, 4 seconds? You cannot close down 20 yards between 3, 4, 5 seconds. You cannot. It's impossible. So it's on the midfield. And when Caicedo unleashes, that short, you know, Konate is nowhere close. He's the closest, but he cannot, again, 3, 4 seconds, you cannot close down that gap. Look at, be careful. Be careful. Don't lose that ball. Don't lose that ball. Be careful. Release. Oh, wow. Liverpool might be in trouble here. Liverpool might be in trouble here. Nah, poor pass. Poor pass. Yeah, as I was saying, you cannot close down that gap between 3, 4, 5 seconds. And, so I will blame it on the midfield, and it has nothing to do with Konate and Van Dijk. Oh, Chelsea. I think the guy who just came in for Garnacho is actually doing a good job down on the wings. You know, Liverpool is having some problems. Caicedo again. Oh, almost. Caicedo almost scored the second one. Great stop by the goalkeeper. Fingertip, corner kick for Chelsea. I think that's man of the match performance by Caicedo. Look at that. Look at that. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. So can there be a late steal by either team? Okay, okay. Oh, danger, danger, danger for Chelsea. Chelsea is open. The right passes. Chelsea is open. Gakpo. Spot Gakpo. Second. Oh, Soboslai. Woo. Yep. The balls actually are falling to the right type of players. However, no one can score. I think Chelsea needs to tight down their defense, be less adventurous, because this Liverpool team, we have seen it so many times, and they can hurt you at the very last moment. We've seen it so many times. Yep. So you trying to attack them and opening up yourself. Be careful now. They can hurt you. And instead of taking 1 point, you might just lose all 3 points. Be careful. Oh, that guy. Ever since he came in from Ganacho, he's been excellent. He's been excellent. He's been excellent. He came in from Ghana for Ganacho. Caicedo, midfield maestro. Now it goes to the right. Second pole. Okay, goal. Goal. Oh, Enzo. Come on, Enzo. You got to hit the target. You've been scoring. You have 3 goals so far. You got to hit the target, Enzo. That was a tough one. I must admit, because it was a little bit behind him, so he had to go try to get back to the ball. So it's not an easy one. It's not an easy one. Kane cannot stop scoring for Bayern Munich. He can't stop scoring. They're trashing Frankfurt. Let me see. Let me see this lineup. Who came in? Yeah, Estavio William, who came in for Ganacho. He actually has been amazing. Gittens has also done good, but Ganacho needs to do better, man. Ganacho needs to do better. You have kids coming in like this and playing better than you. They have to do better. So I think the changes that Maresca actually made has given Chelsea, some structure, especially transition attack, and it's put some pressure on Liverpool, because normally before that, what Liverpool was doing is that Liverpool was putting Chelsea under pressure, and it just looked at it as if all the momentum was actually on them. But Chelsea has actually responded well, And Chelsea has made sure that Liverpool doesn't only attack, but that they think also about defending. They've had very good opportunities where the goalkeeper has made about 4 or 5 saves. Look at the work rate of that kid. Oh, that's, oh my goodness. I wish he just had the right pass. Enzo was in, but the pass was just a little bit too much. Estavo William, that guy is coming and playing some good football for Chelsea. Also, Lavia in the midfield has actually made it very difficult for Liverpool to actually maintain pressure on Chelsea. But you still have to be careful because this Liverpool team knows how to score last minute goals. So Chelsea has to be careful. One thing that Liverpool is doing, they're playing three at the back. So they have now more men in the midfield, more men up front. It just tells you that Liverpool is actually going for the kill. You know, they're going for the kill because they took out Konate and brought in Curtis Jones, who naturally is a midfielder, right? So they play now with Soboslai. Oh, Ikitike. Ikitike is going to score that one. Oh, no, a miss. And that's what I've been talking about. No, that was not Ikitike. That was Curtis Jones. He's making those runs. Look at Ikitike, dummy, Curtis Jones in, and Caicedo actually running behind him. But hey, he cannot hit target. So you have to be careful. Although you're at home, you want to win all 3 points, but you also have to make sure that defensively you are strong and you don't give Chelsea or Liverpool, I'm sorry, any easy looks on target. Because what Chelsea has done today is not give Liverpool easy looks on target. The one time that happened, it was a tap in. Okay. And I can understand that they had two of the center backs, starting center backs, you know, go out on injury. Very great, very great. I like the work ethic of ooh, look at that pass. Look at that pass. I like the work ethic. I like the work ethic of the Chelsea players that actually came in. So, there's some pride out in there. And I don't know why he's playing that ball so fast. They should be careful. I don't know why they're doing that. I don't know why Chelsea is doing that. They should be careful. Okay, okay. Break the defensive line, pass that ball to the left, release that ball. Quick release. Okay, let's see. Cucurella is asking for the ball. Enzo, pass the ball. Enzo, oh, Cucurella, he's outside. He's offside. Oh no, I believe that ball is offside. Let's see. Let's see. Has Liverpool considered a late one? Let me see. I think maybe that ball is offside, but let me see. Oh my goodness, what a game! You see, the kids that I told you about, the kids came in and did a better job than Cucurella. Look at William Estavo. Who was I talking about? I was talking about William Estavo. Look at what they came in and what they have done. But I'm still to see that ball to see if there was an offside because I thought maybe oh my goodness, oh my goodness. Look at what changes when the coach makes substitutions. As Arteta says, those are finishers. They come to finish the game, And Liverpool, second game in a row, they've conceded in 9 minutes. I told you guys about this Liverpool team. That's why for me, Arsenal is a favorite. But let me see that. Let me see. Oh yeah, he's on side. He's on side. It's Gravenberg keeping him on side. He's on side. Look at he's on side. Bam. Oh yeah, that's a goal. Legit. Legit. What a game of football. What a game of football. What a game. So as I said, Liverpool for a second time in a row is losing games in the dying moment. You know, Estavio Williams. Don't look to fight. Don't look to fight. You gotta keep it. Just keep it cool. You don't look to fight. You don't have to fight, Cucurella. You just let it go. Just let it go. As I said, man, my money is on Arsenal. I told you guys, my money is on Arsenal. So this is the type of show we're gonna be having, right? We're gonna come out Number four more presented by True Lion. Watch party, watch along, and we're gonna watch this game together. Everybody watching in their privacy. You can be snacking, but we're gonna talk about football. We're gonna talk about the culture of the game. Okay, we're gonna share ideas. It's above and beyond. It's our show, so we can talk about community. We can talk about whatever we like to talk about. We're gonna put our own spin on the game, on how we watch football. You know, I would have liked to have maybe a Liverpool fan, a Chelsea fan, so that I can ask them some of the questions that I have in my mind as far as their teams. You know, for a second game in a row, for a second game in a row, Liverpool has been beaten in the dying moments. Did you guys actually enjoy the game? What are your thoughts? Look at the kid. When you make such substitutions, Chelsea came out to win, you know, and they won. The game plan, it goes all to the coach. Arsenal on top, 16 points, Liverpool 15, Tottenham 14, Bournemouth 14, Crystal Palace 12, Chelsea 11. After 7 games, Arsenal has a plus 11 goal average. It's because of their defending. Their defending has been good. As I said it, Liverpool, in my opinion, the pressure is on them. They spent a lot of money. Last year, Anslot, you did good. This year is just another challenge. It's just another challenge. You have to be ready for it. You spend so much money buying strikers. Isak, what did he do today? Not enough. Ekitike came in. What did he do? Not enough. Chelsea was actually very good, defensively. And the only mistake that they made, in my opinion, was one that they couldn't help. You know, they couldn't help. They have two center forwards who started the game. They go down injured. Then you have a right back. I understand you have a right back trying to play in that position. And the frame of his act overpowers him. Ngakpo overpowers your right back. So I cannot really blame Chelsea, when it comes to that goal that they conceded. I think they played the better game and they deserve to win. So this is what we're gonna do. I'm gonna come up with a flyer. You guys gonna choose what game we have to watch and talk about. We are going now to internationals, and we can also do this, right? It's just that most of those international games actually take place during the week, so it's tough. I think Cameroon plays. Let me see. Cameroon plays. When does Cameroon play? Let me just look at that timetable when Cameroon plays, because we can actually do it if it's over the weekend. When is the 8th? No, the 8th is on a Wednesday. So they play on the 8th and they play again over the weekend. Yeah, Cameroon plays Mauritius in the 8th. So that's tough. We cannot do that. But they have a game that they play. They play on the 8th again, and they play on a Saturday on the 11th. Let me see. Let me just make sure. Or maybe on a Sunday. Because if they play on a Sunday, then we're going to do another watch along. World Cup qualifier, World Cup qualifier. Or maybe it's unfortunate. They might be playing on a Monday. Yeah, they play Angola on a Monday. So that's unfortunate. That's unfortunate. So yeah. So this is what we shall be doing, right? We shall be doing a lot of this type of viewership, watch along, where we have people in the studio. We talk, we watch. Everybody watches in their own locality, and we talk about football. I want it to be as interactive as possible. Have your opinions. questions so that we can actually discuss the culture. But the game today, I think it was a good game, and Chelsea came out, showed lots of character that they can actually compete with the best. And as I said, before this game, Liverpool was 9 points above Chelsea. If they have gone to 12 points, then you can count Chelsea out of the conversation as title contenders. However, now, of course, it's 7 points from leaders Arsenal. But again, let me look at that second, at that goal. Let me look at that goal. The transition offense, Cucurella, he gives it to the left. And I've spoken about the two substitutes. Gives it to Enzo. Enzo finds who Cucurella stays onside. Yeah, Gravenberg keeps it onside. Estavio Williams scores for 2-1. And that's just at the dying moments of the game. Great, great transition. That's transition offense. That's how you win games. And that's how you make statements. And that's how you earn respect. Chelsea earns respect. Today, you know, that was a great moment. That was perfect transition from defense to attack, where it where they went through Liverpool, their midfield, hot knife through butter, and scored with a perfect finish. Look at the play of Cucurella. I've spoken about the wing backs, okay, or the left and the right back, the half backs. What do they do in this game? They put themselves in positions as center forwards. They look for space, and Cucurella was able to exploit that space as if he was a center forward. Gravenberg, who has been one of the best players of Liverpool so far, keeps him onside. Cucurella has all the right senses not to go for goal. He plays Estavo, who scores his first goal for Chelsea comes against Liverpool to beat Liverpool 2-1 at the dying seconds of the game. We have seen Liverpool do this to many teams. Crystal Palace did that to them last weekend. Chelsea has done that to them this weekend. Please comment. I want to hear your opinions. I want this to be as interactive as possible. Follow me on my various websites, on my various platforms. I'm on YouTube, 19.5 on YouTube. I have a page on Facebook, 19.5, and then I have my regular page as well here, on Facebook. Thanks for being a part of this. This was the watch along party. Hope you guys enjoyed it.